Investigative journalist and documentary filmmaker Joel Gilbert debuted his film, The Trayvon Hoax, from the National Press Club here in Washington, D.C. on Tuesday.
After a painstaking investigation into the Trayvon Martin shooting, as mentioned, I've produced the film and companion book, The Trayvon Hoax, Unmasking the Witness Fraud that Divided America. Only after I started the project did I realize I had stumbled onto one of the most spectacular identity fraud cases in modern American judicial history.
The Trayvon Martin shooting became a national story in 2012 when George Zimmerman claimed he shot and killed 17-year-old Trayvon Martin out of self-defense. Gilbert says the case wrongfully launched a division in America of national proportions.
You know, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon.
The shooting death of Trayvon Martin was ground zero for racial division in America.
Trayvon Martin was killed for wearing a hoodie, quite frankly.
I decided to produce a film on how the case affects American politics.
Gilbert sat down with One American News and explained the foundations of his claims.
The Trayvon hoax is two things. It's the substitution of a legitimate phone witness who was on the phone with Trayvon Martin just before he was shot, named Diamond Eugene, and she bailed out and was substituted by 18-year-old Rachel Gentile, who was a fake witness.
Gilbert's second claim is a political one.
In the film, I talk about the Trayvon hoax is also the hoax that the media plays on Black Americans every day. They push this narrative that America is racist, and to protect yourselves from racist Americans who want to shoot you because of your skin color, you need to find shelter on the left and vote Democrat.
Gilbert cites as evidence publicly available records provided to him by the state of Florida.
Most important was Trayvon Martin's 750-page cell phone records. They contained 3,000 photos, 3,000 text messages, and 1,500 contacts. So I read these text messages hundreds of times, and I got to know Trayvon Martin in the last 8 months of his life.
Gilbert says these 8 months revealed much about Trayvon.
I saw him as a person who was very kind and had a lot of friends and family that loved him. And I saw also how the last few months it took a dark turn. He got into being a very troubled teenager. He got into fighting, gun dealing, and heavy marijuana use. And I could see how he just kind of descended into this bad place that ended up in a confrontation with George Zimmerman.
Gilbert adds he is under no illusion that media may ignore his findings, but hopes the evidence he lays out speaks for itself.
My hope is to show how politicians and the media have pulled us apart based on Trayvon Martin's tragic death and divided us for no reason. We don't need to be divided by skin tone and skin color. Americans are all brothers. Black and white, we're all brothers. We should all come together and love America and not be divided based on superficial things like race.
Gilbert argues the Black Lives Matter riots and other racial tensions could have been avoided.
Rachel Gentile and Diamond Eugene should come forward and tell the truth. I think the adults, the lawyers, Trayvon's mother, Sabrina Fulton, those who knew about the witness switch need to come clean too. And we can reset this, and let's unfake the news. Let's come together again. We didn't need to be divided. It was a hoax. The power of investigative journalism is the ability to set the record straight, to change history for the better by shedding light and facts and exposing lies and liars. Can anyone remember the last time a major news organization broke a major investigation? I can't. In an odd way, I suppose I should thank our lazy and disingenuous friends in the media for making it possible for an independent filmmaker like myself to tell this incredible story of the Trayvon hoax.
From the National Press Club in Washington, D.C., this is Rion with One American News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.